My name is Lal Othanga. I am Chief Executive Officer, Aizawl Smart City Limited. Today, we are trying to share what we have done as far as the traffic improvement in Aizawl is concerned, and by focusing on Pelican crossing system. I just wanted to take you across to the.
Just play the presentation so that we get a full screen.
Aizawl is a hilly city with roughly 3 lakh inhabitants as per 2011 census. Greater Aizawl planning area, that means Aizawl Municipal Corporation area, it covers around 129 square kilometers. Aizawl has a network of 364.2 kilometers. The first ever vehicle to Aizawl came to Aizawl way back in 1942, 11 September. We are very young in terms of vehicle and we are very remote in terms of our location. As of March 2020, there are 1.86265 registered vehicles under Aizawl district only. At the moment, we have 11 districts in Mizoram. Last year alone, during 2019 to 2020, there are more than 20,000 vehicles which are registered Aizawl within Aizawl district. The traffic study that we have done by the Aizawl Smart City has shown that in the main spine alone, which extends only up to 9 kilometers, 36,540 vehicles per day fly in that particular main spine. So we are trying to have a solution to that particular place where there is a congestion, there is a lot of time wasted, there's a lot of fuel which has been wasted in terms of vehicular movement because of the congestion and other traffic jam. Next. Well, I would just like to mention about the problem statement. So far, there has not been any integrated proper traffic management system in Aizawl. The traffic management is mostly done by the police manually with a whistle and their gesture. There's no road marking to regulate the traffic flow or to regulate the alignment of the traffic. And due to congestion, vehicle movement has been imposed in the city. Sometimes even numbers are allowed to fly on a particular day, odd numbers allowed to fly on a particular day. So we are trying to make the route empty, as much as empty, in terms of restriction to the vehicular movement. Then there is also a limited manpower in the traffic police. That's why the traffic control system has been rather below satisfactory. Another problem that we have faced because of all this, the negative impact that there is a lot of time wasted on the road, and the consumption of fuel becomes very high due to traffic congestion and traffic jam. Then there are also road accidents, and there has been a lot of stress on the part of the drivers and the pedestrians who are using the road. Next, please. If we look at the road accidents, during the last 5 years, there was 297 total number of road accidents, out of which 213 people were killed and 115 people sustained grievous injuries. Such was the case in Aizawl in terms of road traffic accidents. Next. So, Aizawl Smart City have come up with this particular proposal to consultations with the people, aspirations of the people who are taken through various medias, and there has been lots of discussion with the traffic police. So we have come up with a very small beginning with a Pelican system. Pelican, actually, this is a tomato. This Pelican stands for Pedestrian Right Control Crossing, which was introduced in UK in the year 1969. This is to provide safe crossing point for the pedestrians. The roads are allowed to be crossed at a convenient place using a zebra crossing. The pedestrians do not have to wait for the traffic lights to change their favor. Vehicle delays are minimal as pedestrians wait and cross as a group, and it also improves road safety. We feel that this will be the first in the planning of the traffic congestion and as well as prevention of road accidents in Aizawl. even though we are doing it at a very small scale. But the thing is that there has been lots of aspirations, and traffic problem is one of the most challenging issues that Aizawl city has been facing. That's why we have come up with this particular proposal under Aizawl Smart City Limited. And apart from that, we also have proposed to have proper road marking, the X marking, the middle line marking, using traffic bollards and pedestrian and the things. I'd like to mention that in many places, we cannot have a strict or a fixed divider, because during the daytime, the road is used as a movement for small vehicle, light vehicle, but during the evening, this has to be used by the big vehicle, a heavy vehicle. In such case, we have to remove the divider. So that's why fixed dividers are not advisable, and they are not practical in Aizawl. Mostly are using bollards and road markings and other PVC trains and convex mirrors to take care of the curves, the acute curves, and those short lengths of roads. So they also exercise psychological control over the road users. They alleviate the carriageway and marking obstruction to ensure safe driving. And they also ensure smooth flow of traffic, and they provide safety to the road users. So in such a way, and because this is one of the most important issues raised by the public in terms of their safety, because sometimes there has been also an argument whether the road belongs to the motorist or the road belongs to the pedestrians. So these days, when more and more vehicles are coming, the pedestrians have got lots of problems in terms of movement on the roads. They have to go to the nearby footpath of the roads and the verandas of the nearby stores. So in such problem, because of all this problem, we feel that the road marking, the traffic bollards, and the pedestrian crossing will be able to solve the pedestrian problem, and also improve the road movement and the traffic movement, as well as prevention of accidents. Next. Road marking and traffic bollards were started again after the approval of the DPR, and we have covered the main spine as well as some important arterial roads, which has greatly improved the traffic conditions and the management. Yes. This is one of the first organized system that we had in terms of traffic control. If you see there on the screen, you see that Pelican crossing. So both, I don't think I need to explain what is a Pelican crossing, because both the poles are lying opposite to each other, and those are pressed by the public when they feel that they have to cross the road. But because of the very recent introduction of this particular road crossing system, till now the traffic are using it and they are controlling, and slowly by slowly they'll be handed over, and the people and the pedestrian will be given free hand to cross the road as and when they desire by pressing the pedestrian crossing by themselves. It is a two-way system, red and green, to facilitate further transition. It can also be done automatically, and it can also be done manually by overriding the computer program system. This physical system has to go hand in hand with the zebra crossing whenever there is a Pelican crossing. Its marking and center line marking also complemented this particular project, and the directional arrows indicating the traffic flow is also marked in the road, which were never done earlier. So the traffic cones, the PVC trains, the convex mirrors, and all these Pelican crossings contributed very greatly to the improvement of the traffic system as a whole. This was started in March 2000, and it was handed over to the Mizoram Traffic Police on 19th February 2020. 10 numbers have been constructed along the main spine. Presently, they are, as I said, they are operated by the traffic, and gradually they have been, the pedestrians have been given free hand to operate on their own. It is a two-way system, which is the motorist and the pedestrian gradually. As this is the first system, we are doing lots of awareness to the people through various media and IC tools, over using leaflets, using interpersonal communication, using discussion and using the local TVs and other media and the print media to talk about the usage of this pedestrian crossing, the importance and how it's going to save the lives of many people and ease the traffic in the city. So this awareness are also made through local languages, through very many social medias and any possible IEC tools. Next. This was handed over to SP Traffic, and the Pelican cost system was dedicated to the public by the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, who is also the Urban Development Minister, on 17 July 2020. Now, after implementing this, we have found that very many improvements have been built up in the traffic management and for the safety of the public, and the pedestrian has got more ease in crossing the roads. However, we have seen few things that we need to go ahead with. This is that we need to go further in terms of traffic management system, which is more smarter. And the ICCC of Aizawl City is being executed, and we feel that the whole system will be integrated with the ICCC, and this pedestrian control system, as the name implies, will be fully controlled by the pedestrians as time comes, and when the people are ready to take it over, and when the traffic police feels that the whole system can be handed over to the pedestrian by so that the pedestrian control the system by themselves. These are the things that we are looked into as far as the improvement of traffic in Aizawl City is concerned. We have a very small roads here because of the hill and topography, because of the hill topography that we have, undulating, very curved, and the roads are small. However, we are having a very, very disciplined driving. We follow lane driving and we follow same driving, and we don't overtake so easily, and we don't, honk the horn. No honking is there in Aizawl. So then we have seen that there has been lots of time saving and lots of stress has been reduced to the drivers, and accidents has also been reduced, and we have seen that there has been lots of fuel saving because of the less traffic jam, and we don't need to use first gear or second gear. So like that, there has been lots of improvement as far as the motorist is concerned, and as well as the pedestrians are concerned. Those are the things that we have seen, and we feel that more improvement will be coming as and when the motorists and the traffic are getting used to this new system. Thank you so much.
I think you have done quite good considering the hilly terrain, because you do have quite a lot of steep slopes on the roads.
Right.
So traffic is a bit difficult. I understand that. And your roads are also narrow, so making a divider probably is out of question. You don't have that much of space. I understand that. Now, since your objective was to make the traffic flow, as well as for pedestrians, the smoother flow, can you have you done any study as to, say, suppose somebody travels a distance of maybe 10 kilometers, what was the time taken before and how much time is saved by the motorists, as well as for the smaller distance travel for the pedestrians? What is the time saved? Have you calculated that because of your traffic system, the crossing, the signals and all that?
Very good question, ma'am. I thank you for asking that. We had done a traffic study very recently last year. That was during COVID. Of course, the traffic was a bit lighter. We've seen that in a particular location, we have done a pedestrian study and the traffic study. We have seen that for a stretch of 9 kilometers in the spine, 36,540 vehicles flies in that particular location. But after going through this pedestrian crossing, we have not reassessed the impact of the pedestrian, which we'll be doing very soon. So I think we'll be able to answer that after getting a proper assessment, not a guesswork. So this report was there. We had done this series through the Mizoram University Civil Engineering Wing, and we will be doing the same again after some time when things are flowing at a smoother pace manner.
Because if you can save the idling time, previously because there was no traffic signal, the vehicle were not able to move at a higher speed because they have to stop anytime, anywhere a pedestrian tries to cross. So now
Right.
they're crossing at a single place. That means a lot of time must be saved and the vehicle can travel at a higher speed. I think
Right.
it is necessary for you to make an impact study. Number one, this, and number two, because of the road accidents, you were saying that 193 or 243 the number of accidents you have measured last time you counted in 1 year. So what is the now for a similar period? You have to see how many accidents has happened now. Has it become better? You know, so those kind of impact study will actually prove whether your system has impact or not. So please do that and let's see how it happens.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. We'll be doing that. We have seen practically there has been improvement, but then as far as statistics is concerned, I think we have to do it. More accurate and online studies regarding that, and we'll come back to you after doing these studies, ma'am.
Okay, good.
Sir, I have two suggestions to you. Number one, uh, any initiative taken of this type should not just be in an isolation. I know it's an excellent initiative that you have taken as far as the pedestrian crossings are concerned and brought about awareness and a change in this particular thing. But I think in the long term, it's an overall traffic management which has to be there. So there are a whole lot of things which come in the road discipline which have to be there. And if I just talk about Indian roads, I don't know how it is in your place because the traffic is much less. One of the biggest problem is people coming from the wrong side. So you may have the traffic lights, you may have everything, but if the people start driving on the wrong side, maybe especially the two-wheelers and other things, then the purpose is defeated. The second problem which I have observed in most of the pedestrian lives is very low compliance by the motorist for or the respect to the red light when it is just for the pedestrian. If it is a crossing, yes, the compliance is there. But if it is just for the pedestrian crossing, the compliance is very, very low, which actually creates a problem for pedestrians because they don't know, even though it's a green for them, whether the motorist will stop or not stop. So it becomes a major issue. The third thing is, I agree with what Dr. Shafali Das has said to have some type of an impact assessment and what is the outcome of your initiative. But when you do that, it is not just for the motorist, but also for the pedestrian. Yes, when you are giving the right to the pedestrian, the motorist traffic will get delayed, but that little bit delay is acceptable as long as the convenience to the pedestrians in a disciplined way is being given. So I think that also has to be done.
Thank you so much, sir. Your suggestions are well taken, and we'll see that. And I would also like to add that we have another project called Intelligent Traffic Management System, which is included in the ICCC project, and those whole thing will be integrated with the previous pedestrian crossing system as well. Thank you so much, sir.
Good.